probably $400 million or better, and just me and sponsorship money. Leading up to the Pacquiao fight, that week I made somewhere 25 to 30 million.
Wow, that's crazy.
So these are my numbers. You know, they can say Floyd lying all they want to. If I was so desperate and hurting for money, I'll come back.
You still be fighting.
By the way, when Floyd, the rumors were, or the reporting was that he was going broke, you were skeptical about it. Now that he's coming back, are you still skeptical about it?
Very good, Max. Yeah. Are you skeptical about it, Shady?
This is one thing I don't do.
He does really, Ocho, his claim to fame.
Yes.
And everything that he's ever done was for what? That O.
Yeah.
If the O is gone, you look at him differently.
Yeah.
He's not the same, Ocho.
Yeah.
He's not. His claim to fame is that I can say something. All the fighters that you say are great.
Right.
None of them can say that above me.
Floyd Money Mayweather is officially unretiring. This isn't another bank robbery exhibition against a YouTuber or an MMA fighter. The 50-0 legend has announced he is resuming his professional career. Partnering with CSI Sports, Mayweather is looking to reclaim his throne, starting with a massive event against Mike Tyson before moving back into the professional ranks. But while the press releases talk about global broadcast audiences and record-breaking gates, insiders are whispering a much darker narrative.
The rematch is on. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, 11 years after Mayweather and Pacquiao laced up the gloves for the biggest fight in boxing history. They're set to do it again September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Mayweather has not fought since 2017 when he beat Conor McGregor. Pacquiao has fought more recently, had the draw against Mario Barrios. That fight didn't really age well after what we saw against Ryan Garcia. The first fight was a monster. 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. Revenue that was north of $400 million. $72 million alone in ticket revenue. It was, as I said, a fight that captured all of sports. I remember going out to Vegas for a month to report stories on that. It was the double cover of the Sports Illustrated magazine. It was a huge, huge deal all over the sports world. This one is not.
The timing of this comeback is raising more eyebrows than a weigh-in face-off. After years of insisting his health was his wealth, why would a man nearing 50 years old put his perfect O on the line? To understand why Floyd is back, you have to look at the paperwork. Beneath the surface of the flashy Instagram posts lies a massive legal war. Reports have surfaced that Mayweather has filed a staggering lawsuit against Showtime Networks and its former executives. The allegation? A fraud scheme that reportedly deprived the money man of a mind-blowing $340 million in career earnings? For a man whose entire identity is built on being the ultimate businessman, losing nearly $500 million isn't just a financial hit, it's a legacy killer. If these reports are true, the vault that was supposed to be overflowing might be looking dangerously thin, forcing the best ever to return to the only place he knows how to print money, the ring.
Ago in the Oscar De La Hoya fight, but let me just ask you.
Well, if you don't know, I want to tell everybody this. The last time I made 25 million, I made more, but last time I made 25 million was 10 years ago.
Wow.
I'm not bragging or boasting. I'm just telling the truth. I'm appreciative and thankful. $25 million is still great money.
Sure.
But
it's not Mayweather money.
Well, you know, for the last, I don't know how many years, my guaranteed lowest is be like 32, a little bit over 32. That's my lowest. But you'll also know that in the Canelo fight, you know, I made over 100 million in that fight. And then in a Pacquiao, just in 2 fights.
Oh my God.
Pacquiao and Canelo, those 2 fights, somewhere upwards of 400 million. I mean, probably $400 million or better. And just me and sponsorship money. Leading up to the Pacquiao fight, that week I made somewhere 25 to 30 million.
Wow, that's crazy.
So these are my numbers. You know, they can say Floyd lying all they want to. If I was so desperate and hurting for money, I'll come back.
You still be fighting.
While some fans are celebrating the return of the master technician, Timothy Bradley isn't pulling any punches. The former two-division champ and current analyst is calling it exactly how he sees it.
You know Mayweather didn't want this damn fight with Manny Pacquiao. Because if Mayweather really wanted this fight, he would have had this damn fight years ago when Manny Pacquiao was asking for a rematch. Mayweather has to do this fight because he needs that bread. That's why. And it's funny when you have options. When you have options, yo, you can make your choice. When you doing great and you got money in the bank and you sitting pretty, yeah, you sitting pretty, 51 or 50-0. Isn't it great? But now, when you need them, you call on them. Mayweather didn't want this damn fight with Manny Pacquiao years ago, and now he wants this damn fight now. Because he needs money, that's why. All the rumors are true. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is.
According to Bradley, this isn't about the love of the game or scratching an itch. It's about survival. Bradley points out the glaring reality. Mayweather had years to give Manny Pacquiao a rematch when the world was begging for it, but he stayed silent. Now, suddenly, the fight is back on the table. Bradley suggests that when you have money in the bank, you have options. When the bank account starts looking stressed, you start calling the names you used to avoid.
And you know one more thing. Mayweather, if Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, you know Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on your ass. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, oh, shit, well, Barrios is all right. I'm better than Barrios. Shit, even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can still do this shit. That's what he thinking. He like, I still can do this shit. I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. So that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great-ass content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring-ass shit on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out, and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasters and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, you know, Jake Paul opened up the Netflix avenue. Yeah, he opened it up, and now, you know, you got old legends like Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, now they get their chance. Now they get their chance on Netflix, man, and making that gravy.
To Bradley, the money brand has hit a crisis point, and a Pacquiao rematch is the only emergency glass worth breaking. Maintaining the money Mayweather lifestyle isn't cheap. We're talking about a man who travels with a staff of dozens, owns multiple mansions in Vegas, LA, and Miami, and maintains a fleet of luxury cars that would make a dealership jealous. But the biggest drain? The private jet. Shannon Sharp recently broke down the brutal math of the jet life. When the $30 million fight checks stop coming in, but the $10,000 an hour fuel bills keep arriving, the math stops working very quickly. The lifestyle trap has claimed many legends before Floyd.
If the fight didn't pan out, what was it? You said 11 years ago?
2015, yeah.
Okay, if the fight didn't pan out 11 years ago, it was a success outside of the ring, but inside the ring, it was a dud. Pacquiao couldn't get nothing going. That was 11 years ago. That was when they were at least in their 30s, what, 38, 39 at least? These guys are in their late 40s now, man. It's 49 and 47 years old. These guys have not looked good in over a decade. Yes, I give credit to Manny Pacquiao for his last fight against Mario Barrios, but he still didn't win that fight. You know, nostalgia, I get it. People want to invest in two big names, but that first fight wasn't good. Why are we going to have it a decade later and think it's going to be any better? This is a case where Manny Pacquiao, we know he's had his issues with money, and we know right now that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is having issues with money. So they're doing it for the love of money, for the need of money, and for the fact that these two names are joining the long list of great names like Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis. So many others that have had problems with taxes, divorces, money. They don't know how to manage their money outside of boxing, and they have to return to the ring when no one wants to watch them no more because they're not at their best and they're only going to get hurt. Mike Tyson, perfect example. Hundreds of millions of dollars. The end of his career was tragic. That's what's going to end up happening here with Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather Jr. One of them is going to get knocked out pretty bad, and the masochists in all of us is going to love it. But the boxing fans, the ones that knew what these guys were in their heyday, how great they were, like myself, I'm gonna weep, man. I don't want to watch these guys. I don't want to watch these guys end up like that.
Insiders suggest that Mayweather has been trying to live at his maximum earning potential while in retirement, a feat that is mathematically impossible without a constant influx of massive capital. So, why Manny Pacquiao and why now? The blockbuster rematch is being finalized for September at the multi-billion-dollar Sphere.
By the way, when Floyd, the rumors were, or the reporting was that he was going broke, you were skeptical about it. Now that he's coming back, are you still skeptical about it?
Very good, Max. Yeah. Are you skeptical about it, Shady?
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke.
So
if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man. I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
But analysts noticed something specific. Floyd's interest in the fight seemingly spiked right after Pacquiao's recent outing against Mario Barrios. The theory is simple. Floyd saw a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao look human. He saw the timing was slightly off, the speed a fraction slower. For a defensive wizard like Floyd, that was the green light. He isn't looking for a challenge. He's looking for a safe $100 million exit strategy.
It's really sad to think that this is about the money. And I agree with you, it is about the money. According to Business Insider, Floyd Mayweather made over $1 billion in the ring alone. Not talking about outside the ring earnings, endorsements, all that. In boxing revenue, Mayweather made north of $1 billion. I don't know what Pacquiao made, but it's probably at least 3/4 of that. He had an incredibly lucrative boxing career. Now here we are, 10 years, 11 years after what was the pinnacle of their careers, and they're taking another fight for money. They're going to make a pile of money. Netflix is streaming this event, and we can get into Netflix doing that. But it is not going to be good. Like, it's not. If you expect Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao to look anything other than two old guys going at it in the ring, you are going to be disappointed. You said there's going to be a knockout. No, there's not. I don't think either one of these guys can punch anymore. Pacquiao couldn't hurt Mario Barrios, and Floyd, who was never a power puncher, at least not in these higher weights, has not fought in nearly a decade. This is going to be ugly. It is going to be two guys well past their athletic primes, still quasi-skilled because some of those reflexes you still have, some of those muscle twitches that you still can go to, but shells of their former self.
If Floyd truly wanted to prove he's still the best ever, there is one name that would silence every critic: Terrence "Bud" Crawford. A fight with Crawford would be the biggest event in the history of the sport. But despite the potential for a $200 million gate, insiders say there is a 0% chance Floyd takes that risk.
But in order for Floyd to come back, right, to be able to command the kind of money he wants, obviously I'm not sure if he's in financial problems or not, but why would you at this age come out of retirement after not fighting since 2017, if I'm not mistaken, something
it's
like
been
that?
about 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. Outside of exhibitions, obviously, is to do what he's always said is have a bank robbery with no mask on. So if that's what you're gonna do, there are only 3 fights. Chat, listen to me. There are only 3 fights that Floyd can have that can command and get the kind of money he's looking to recoup for money that may have been lost, or money that may have been stolen, or money he may have spent, to date. For one, a rematch with Canelo. That's one fight.
Canelo too big. He let that go.
Listen to me, Unc. We talk about making that money. He ain't gonna have no choice. Number 2, fighting Pacquiao again. Right?
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the only other fight that can get him the kind of money and the kind of payday he might need if you're coming out of retirement and putting your record in jeopardy, and that's Bud.
Man, Lord have mercy.
Listen, Unc, listen to what I'm saying. Whether you want to see it or not, the only 3 fights that are going to get him the kind of money he's coming out of retirement to get, that the world wants to see, Canelo, Pacquiao, or Bud. There is no one else for him to fight that people are going to pay money to see.
Even with his back against the wall financially, Floyd knows that Bud is a killer who doesn't care about your legacy. Facing Crawford at 48 years old wouldn't just be a risk, it would be professional suicide. The most dangerous part of this gamble is the odor Floyd's entire marketing machine, the TMT brand, the TBE slogan, is built on the foundation of 50 to 0. If he comes back and loses to a veteran Pacquiao, or worse, a young bull like Shakur Stevenson, that brand is liquidated overnight. Many a times we have seen Floyd boasting about his undefeated streak. We have had him say how many people still pay to see him only because they want to see him loose, and they would keep paying as long as there is not that 1 in his 50 to 0 record.
He does really, Ocho, his claim to fame.
Yes.
And everything that he's ever done was for what? That O.
Yeah.
If the O is gone, you look at him differently.
Yeah.
He's not the same, Ocho.
Yeah.
He's not. His claim to fame is that I can say something. All the fighters that you say are great.
Right.
None of them can say that above me. You talk about Sugar Ray. You talk about Hearns. You talk about Hagler. You talk about Roy Jones. You talk about Sugar Ray Robinson. You talk about Lewis and Ali. Whomever. He always goes back to the O. If the O is gone, where does he put his hat now?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, damn, that's I don't know. I don't know.
Let the old guys make some money, Shady. Let the old
Shady
guys
like
make some money. They need it.
I thought when Floyd was coming back to fight professionally,
Come on, Shady.
I thought he was gonna get some real fighters.
What name did you think? Say it out loud.
Rolly.
Bud Crawford.
Can I say something about Bud Crawford?
That would be a great fight.
Let Max cook.
I'm not saying who would have won in their primes, Floyd or Bud. It's hard to say. You want to tell me you think Floyd wins? Okay, I'm not going to argue too hard. You want to tell me Bud wins? Same thing. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you this. There is no universe in which Floyd Mayweather would have ever gotten in a ring with a prime Bud Crawford, even if he was in his prime. I'm not saying Floyd wouldn't have won the fight. I'm saying he would never have taken it. With a prime Bud Crawford? Would Floyd get in the ring with a prime Bud Crawford?
No, he'd duck less, I'll say.
Right.
Right.
Right. But let me say something else.
Money may, if the money right, he gonna see what's going on.
No, because he could get the money from fighting a lot of dudes. That's the thing.
Yes.
Let me tell you who would definitely have signed that contract. Bud. Now, part of that's because Bud was not the draw that Floyd was, so the money would probably mean more. But part of it is, we know how it is with Bud Crawford. The man is a killer. The man's not scared. He will put his name on any contract. Go get me the King Kong. I don't care.
And he can do it all.
So Floyd was never going to fight Bud. But Pacquiao?
He is essentially betting his entire life's work on the hope that his 48-year-old reflexes can outlast the decline of his peers. It's a high-stakes game of poker where the stakes are his immortality in the history books. As the camp begins and the cameras start rolling for the Mike Tyson buildup, the question remains, are we watching a master of the game making one last brilliant business move, or are we watching the tragic final chapter of an athlete who didn't know when to stop spending?
I mean, obviously, once you get older, Father Time catches up with you at some point. But he's still one of the best ever.
Yeah,
he's still one of the best ever.
When he was fighting, not at 50, not in his 40s. Yes, in his 20s and 30s. Yes. I give you a prime example. When Floyd fought Conor McGregor, a prime Floyd gets Conor out inside of 2 rounds.
But he didn't want to. It's all about carrying him. He carried him through the fight just to give the people what they wanted. But go ahead.
But
Yeah.
If you look at him, Ocho, he's not going to be able to see those punches of them young kids throwing now.
Well, he's not fighting somebody young.
Them young boys will cut. Huh?
I just gave you the three. I just gave you the 3 fights that
Ocho,
make
he
sense.
can't. Ocho, he'll go right back into retirement. I don't think Bud will take the fight. Bud don't want to hurt him. He got too much respect for him. Bud will hurt him, Ocho. Bud is still at the top, and Bud is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. And you talking about coming after 8-year layoff, you can come and fight him? I want to believe that the man has an itch that he wants to scratch, and it only can be scratched getting back into the ring. I don't want to think that financially his situation is unstable. I don't.
Floyd Mayweather has spent his whole life proving the doubters wrong, but Father Time and the IRS are two opponents that have never lost a decision. If Floyd Mayweather loses his 0 in this comeback, does he lose his spot as the greatest of all time, or does the fact that he's doing this at nearly 50 years old mean the loss shouldn't even count? Let me know in the comments, is this about legacy, or is Tim Bradley right? Is the money man just flat out broke? So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.